Hey everybody, Mike here. It is Saturday, April 29th, 2017. Today was pretty much a rain day. Didn't get much done. I did manage to get the grass cut first thing this morning. It was sopping wet when I did, but and then it rained most of the day. I've got about an hour here this evening. I'm going to start working on this 3-point carryall for the Kubota. And I don't really have any plans or anything. I just got some lumber. I'll start cutting and kind of make something work. We'll see what happens. Here it is. It's a king cutter. It was yellow. Painted it Kubota orange last weekend. Haven't had time to even mess with it since then, but I should have her done by tomorrow night. I think this was, yeah, it was $149. It's not bad. I don't really think I could have made it for that, to tell you the truth. Alright, here we are so far. It's starting to make sense. Starting to come up with a little bit of a plan. Now one thing, I'm going to replace this 2x6 here with a 2x8. That'll overhang this piece of angle iron a little bit. And then that gets me, that'll get me about 33 inches, which is good because I cut all my firewood at 16, so I'll be able to fit 2 rows of firewood in here. And then probably put like a 2x10 on the sides and maybe a piece down on an angle like this, 2x10 up here, and then maybe mount something to hold a chainsaw here, chainsaw there on the other side. Yeah, this will be pretty sweet. Well, here it is. I finished this the other night. Haven't had a chance to use it yet. Give you a little walk around. Pretty simple and pretty reasonable. I have less than $300 in the whole thing. $149 for the frame, and I bought a can of Kubota paint, some 1/2-inch bolts, and I had the screws. But yeah, it should work pretty good. I'm gonna go try it out. That's a little cherry tree that I cut up. I'm going to load it up in the carry-all in the bucket and see if I can get the whole thing in one trip. This was a live tree. Normally I cut dead ones or blowdowns, but down in this area we have some really big oak trees. And those cherries, they don't get much bigger than this one that I just cut up. And what they do, they try to get up as high as they can, try to get through that canopy of these big oak trees. Never happens. They all die. They get rotted out, and so I'm going to thin little cherries out of here. They'll never make it anyways. Look at the size of some of these oak trees here. This one here is probably it's got to be 3 feet in diameter. There's one up there, it's a 4-footer. Right down there's a pond. That's it. I'm going to load all this up, see if I can fit it all in one trip. So I got that whole first tree loaded up, and I still had plenty of room, so I cut up that little blowdown and actually still have little room. That is way more than I could ever haul out on my side-by-side, or obviously just with the bucket on the tractor. So if you have a tractor and you, this is a really good cheap attachment. I mean, like I said, $149 for the frame, and then about $100, not even $150, and all the lumber, bolts, all that. So $300. It's a pretty good deal, and you can fire one together in no time at all. So that's it for the 3-point carry-all video. If you enjoy these kind of videos, please click subscribe. Moving forward this summer, I'm just about done with the firewooding. I say that, but I just love cutting firewood. I do it all the time. But I got all kind of plans for this summer, and I'll bring everybody along and make videos. So if you have any better ideas on how I do things, please feel free to comment below. Look at the size of this oak.